So that is new friends right now, especially for like some really land of the health or like it's that way to that of this is feel that they are supposed to like stay to that from that chill and just like move on going and like try to like and basically waiting for like them to like so towards like it's going to bring them down like they really such strategies are so different if you're going to that sort of stage and give up due to that second and that kind of stage especially when it comes to government and the different like when that person that we my team feeling absolutely ready that ready to that face that to promote the support to that to promote and like to that is a lot of like for the state number of like past the all of like specific like to promote like gym maybe getting off from that might be like a case that gym maybe somebody feeling that basically gym with like the collective powers of like gym like newborns or as well as that gym or power of that the PS dot like gym that will just start to present gym might be listen be able to that to take and so long like that and that take on that you don't know maybe along the lines of that the feeling that gym might be having that from the mean and creative. The level for so situation like internet like Karakura station like nothing and everything in it's going so giving up on the hiring and it's going to straight away society to that come through like the way of that it was like city to find to search for and find things as well as like things that new forms out and see when come down to the box that anymore in a sense to keep it taken out my key along the line and go to things for like it's go and to change the person position flat so I want to now that that way I'm going to be solving in order to be like with deciding to learn where up and go through that entire piece of electricity and I'm going to bring that down so I think something all through of like the month whole day like in that sense the really something through all like all the components of electricity trying to like find that uh find items in all like renewable routes but like a different and that then being unable to like find it and for it and it will be all join back up and will be decided to switch for like today and I would be about to leave until to be at that point that I'm going to for like them to only also in that find what we find it like, on the new like putting out that I'm programming. So that at that point I'm not recording on very different seeing page of right when you want out and that when it's going for like it's going through the kind of looking up like I'm thinking that saving that children's like this now that I'm going to and I'm also maybe it will bring out with that bandai power and that being approaching that on that situation actually like narrative like say that function from that the move of that the newborn was with like the scenario that I'm going to and that when like number conducting that newborn was like it's deciding to like three for like the kind of and at that point I'm from the same for like which go into like when we're deciding to like follow after like change up those that newborn was and basically that way they will be able to like find then the along the lines that in like in our that way like change not like newborn was that the newborn was that way leading them towards like things that the location is like not like to the website so that then linking it there and like then all like actually more and it's like after like newborn was it's like it's now that and then so looking at just how many of like newborn was by now might multiply it into even greater might see that is a opportunity to like for them to so actually, I'm looking at that point that 0 and so that is 0 that is that is parents more than 30 so that level was looking for it was to be taken off against like against while it was when you go with taken off against like the low bound down like now that you and so looking for them for like to struggle in that level and I'm like different lab that I'm saying we allow and that's something then getting more on indicated and to like has the things to do as also like take out this is that the physical or like originate then so the power that we love it is when for like fix it up to make it like sense like if I say up and then so different like still have either should I put in my basic we go through the screen training to that who gets present, like good night to bring down to it's like making it able to be able to conduct it's about by then that maintenance that and they at that point that and bring that then valid figure like it's a engine that's very good for now and it's about that way that getting that access to that power center and that and that then looking that like a different like working at very cool uh, mobile and also bringing that way like to them at that point focusing on bringing down lab renewable goals by keep it up well which around the technology means that like a thing like just like the scenario that I'm throwing so in this the little thing that I use the really of that message that okay also and if we get in that scenario that is right so that for instance right now for like Gen 2 right now said that part of this like newborn thoughts to that bring down fountain of it and basically to throw out that take away all of that the uh, all of like the source contained within them all like the light source and all the source contained within them to take it all out to see use of all of that and basically to bring it to Gen of different Gen over is technical about that scenario that I'm related to. So that way I'm looking at renewable about like taking out all of that like sound team member except for like a market you know along like the scenario that is like a market you know some sort of there which managing the latest like and like when you want to see about how those things the scenario to be like you want to control targeting market you know that will attempt to select market take out like market but like I'm looking that market you know things like using that flash step technique to that where we manage to like escape from that criminal control. Yeah, like I'm doing like Python like marketing was being where the there was like now that I'm and that way like marketing was escaping and eventually make this towards like which was like stay that I'm going or like I'm just while forming through electricity like I'm like which one go fighting like the bad making the marketing and now make the possibility that I can do like that way like I'm just like it's one through that bring market you know that's the place and basically they are like a different than really markets you know when so different at that point maybe it being through markets you know that is going to that we're confident in finding out about the different and even finding out about those information as for like the exact location of that you know like legend that we hide out like the scenario that I'm saying by then like I'm going time to be too short and basically that by then like a great number of that so across like the city being like be taken away by like the one by basically that the family selected for more about like I'm looking that school was like I'm looking like around bigger and don't go the house of schools that I'm going to select not that so like actually I'm looking that situation like not living that situation would like do and basically that way it's going to that that's the information from that and not with that to improve me towards like the hideout of that and things and like the over of with like things just scenario that I'm working and okay so that's a complementary ambition that maybe might see for that to prevent that the knowledge of the tool that is on the getting end up and basically one of that are important like it's rating into that the human world destroying bacteria in the world to prevent that as well as that to prevent that the possibility of that accounts that basically on containing too many dice so might have like the potential consequence of that the accounts going being unable to that contain all that same power and that resulting in that the sound getting taken out might be that stable consequence of that maybe might be that killing the so the content made it to back about that pretty much like format including too many experience number of large and also might be that's the case with the minimum for like to protect and to prevent leading to consequence from happening might be the reason for like the sound might like law existing might be that the actual effective like the possibility that I'm because of the thing and maybe changes like right now I'm going to for like things that were like about different sorts of previously in the forum that I'm going to previously of the future later getting back to power and throwing that power like I'm thinking that the player once it should have get back to that power and do the thing. The when you start like getting back to power and once that happens, something like really fast, one of back the ball. That's also like the scenario that when that battle between happening between like Ikira and Jin of different like like the dialogue of Latin on the power which might have for the might like a still eventually ending up walk on still reflecting in our benefit of it. At that point of the point, maybe of like other one thousand to action, maybe at that point, that getting the presence, maybe at that point that just sending that reflect move on out after that put on team members and basically take away uh, all the light source and then put in and bring it to Jin and basically that way like the new on that maybe that following it over and taking out Jin on team members and basically putting it all that culture um, all that collected light source power to Jin and maybe at that point while Jin uh, to that broken engine at that point that okay consuming all that power and at that point left in for being managed to the candidate and maybe that way Jim only ending up getting taken out that way by his own mistake due to breaking like the boundary law to the extreme is that danger maybe population of that I'm looking at and incident right. Okay, so that's the same intention right now for lab. You can only one lab bounding in the section to actively follow then all of them complete photos based on your like post except for like Maba error. Exactly scenarios that it will like at that point both from that them all having that bit of notification transformation maybe and basically them all like how that within campaigns and basically at that point I'm going to so that at that point, someone we can maybe visual action totally looking at the select a path with bound to it and basically saying that basically with that bound groups that current levels of spike like someone has we has like mother should only see like something like in the cloud. You know, then on the current saying and since straight away order like picture that move on the picture to that target to take out my basic select personality that my basic getting taken out and my basic is that lies so currently lies so how like a bring that chip continuing it like the it is that was for the thing and my good and then I'm down trying to like looking at like market of the basically selling kitchen of like basically it's unfortunate that like market of like so different so market journey as well like the role as well and here I gain on the lines on the different land just selling market and straight away pick up that when you want all the like a that straight away going up like a margin must like take margin for outside margin of things like posing is like plus step and therapy management like a state is like scenario that I'm going to find out right. Okay, so the Lena so right now is that like it might have been seen from with marketer that might have been elected to pass from in front of that so I was the last happened for our like the head of the department is that lead my focus here and production right. So like again the foreign elected to pass it might have been the scenario like I think it's made up in the campus splitting the master and it's that's my own events, but it's my so the my team still being aligned to that base of the name of the brand. So that again before it made up in according to that phase and my reason like that that phase and I think that the house last time remembering that we had like tremendous just like was that so suddenly my friend was that like it might have been during that time period that like right on the question that people might have put the surrender compound and that account Asian and my reminder calculate that that one of the facility and what the so writing to the might have been that exactly that bound might have been exactly still. This certainly might be your example. So like the maybe it might have been some prior back then to attain that the static power of like the bomb like for like so that might have been in one back and for back and then that might be some through the experimentation until of my it might have attended to see if black people can attain the mortality of like the bombs. Might have been what happens, but with this might have been like no like the thin particles when it's about in front of like for lab that can open up was like the head of security department for that might have happened in like the 70 my procedure and person right now. So according to my dictionary, I'm written like such an incident might have happened to like in like the past and something that incident I'm like might have been extremely possible and then might have made it better and like ultimate targets to like take down as like Jason might have been like pretty certainly to like at least in so might have been steadily been keeping up to date with black Jim might still have someone from like the society who might be still right of like the legislation society, like so the custom bank society, or authority might be still right and might be passing on all the information of like, all the happenings and like charity and society might be like the case that you know so all that information passing to Jim might have been like the case and that and it's definitely definitely so like that Jim that person might be aware of like all the things that is at like charity about like even heading off the next person about like the whole big deal as well as like about like even like having like the name of brand as well I think was that can pick cases like and all this like basic information and details that can different that Jim might just be aware of definitely might just brand. So like Jim plans might be to like can prevent those cases and bring down cases by most likely through that Jim like strategy of that newborn law like this week when plan might be to that man might out in front and basically for like to that head off to that still promote and find things and that how that in the ultimate that like it's like say the man basically uh, get revenge on Asian and bring down Asian might be and of well lines like since like actual show flag might be like the politics that I'm the and everybody so that going to my friend and this might be exactly what like you would be and because might be busily investigating and like select the much of the that you obviously might want to that might be trying to like find out like exact places for like the particles being found that bounce being found and that what sort of I think in terms of like lab lab and that was lab the head of the research department as to like how that happened and they really that like figuring that out probably figuring that out like they are probably to think that's the key uh, to maybe to like change like alternate road or like why didn't want to go to relaxation mode or like about like change that leads to all such factors that might exist in like finding out why the fit particles of the bound involves that bound and that like it might be along the line that your it might be taking as person and that it might be what like your person might be quickly investigating this actually might be the reinvestment right. So that one of the considerations that made it sounds might be able to learn for the select the product of like the issue might be like the case also like a positive element but so that the one of the thing that you can see of like the up to date with like all the habits of like agents back in the space by the items and maybe since that that effort might be like in the plan also like my sister everything like not only getting the revenge what the getting revenge for like Asian and bringing up Asian but also at that point to also see the way like the only kid from Asian and basically to attain like the ultimate power of like the whole US well on top of like the whole way conceptual powers of like just might be element line like in might be planning is also like that and the information and my book story and right now so that fine things kind of but like I'm still considering before that like some of the finding apparently the market science so market of the power is not like going to finding out like I of that gym and like the bounce that thing now that I'm looking at that point so like when the end maybe thinking of the lines to that really to for them to that allow him to that to succeed at to come on the and take on like season so that like basically one that in that like one like them both would see the from like that when we go out like at that point for like ilang like it's going to that make it towards the battle location and they click off to the at that point for like it's to that take on season the one out season and give me for like to that bring down that the one out and basically that it sees the home might be along the lines and so preparing at that point for like maybe for like as well as like maybe around years like can be deciding but like I'm talking at that point it's go definitely using to that allow sim to that have some weight and basically from like the time like people know that to get right and then basically and even though like the process of that like before like for the innocent citizen to end up taken out and that being the lack of the kind of putting to the lack of the public that all of that well taken out to the no citizens like basically it's got a clear opinion along the empathetic lines and the clear confusing to that to do that and to let Jim has a very selective scenario that I was saying. But yeah, but when slowly these go having that strong that and so which like but yeah as well would be some agree would be feeling that personalizing the strongly like necessary and that will like a bit of that for Hara as well as then we feeling up on their desire and their plans where we you take advantage of like feeling the scenario that I was different. So like that way like I'm for the thing if you go through desiring to that head off to that so that's about the micro understand how to prepare for that your review that current investigation record society eventually leading to exactly the answer and at that point of time the current accuracy revealing reflect racial information on the management to that and at that point I'm going to print that initially I'm going to maybe with the like little friends about that then might have it's a divine order to that when you don't know this to that the give only one small fraction of like that other structures like so concentrated to a small fraction of like that concentrated to like things like team members might be that like they get like the premium frame so that's the game so the Gen might only have like the need for like from team members remaining from team members only until like the point like the connection exchange so would be opened up and would be big enough for Gen to be able to like rather to like the information like the case at that point the plan might be to like the to like take out each of like the from members on that Gen group and basically take away that all the light source from the generation through that the power like anyway like the vast majority of like the configuration of like the light source like before like and different thing might be that things that's unique without like the knowledge of like the remaining organization might be without the awareness of like the remaining organization might be like the network complexity that we might experience. So like already like I'm putting like the gap okay, Gen and like the remaining from human which already existed like a footprint after like the creation of the neuron dot it was like a movable bit of like that gap in front of the engine and like the one is like down to remember myself brace like even by now we have way more than 10 times might be like that case of the already might be like a case of the need might be the rate and right because that might have the business for like what shape might be thinking might be along the lines of that the like remaining on different of like the purpose for like or like having one being done of using for like in one like the someone to like still the mundo often begin up might be along the lines like Jin might be and that as well as like Jin might be also not wanting any sort of like the other one after like entering into the like once like facing people like at that certain point at that point that they might not even want like even thinking like the remote bit of like the government and like they might even have it as like argument of priority to that safety while facing agent to the like scenario where like to be able to like to not handle it by himself that be able to like bring down agent regardless of like how many cost or how many of like so regardless of like any of the stories that agent claims against that against like gender like now things that so into have it to be a scenario where like function to be able to like single-handedly bring down all of them by himself, and that way not only for like him to get his revenge, but also to like that way prove to himself that you have finally achieved the like goal that he like was strong about. Might be along the lines of maybe that the actual secret agent might like them might be certainly take that into consideration. If you're on the defined by an organizer that wandering out in activity and then the defined that is like you don't know that basically that finding that personal parameter. So if you have a level into them and at that point upload the current of like if it are to get sales out of by these stores and that find the database but like an that's about like people should I getting India and like after the different letters in the gas would be about to like take out that very last second is when I was different like if it are like remembering that very last second you should have remembering change and using give me at that point like the sad sort of have to raise in terms of raise like happening with it yeah keep it up in terms of the if it out like lock out like open the set of 20 like the scenario set up that they like it getting back at the full like 20 and like I'm looking like the PNC from like power happening at that point is numbers are straight away taking out like about the point possibly most likely to friendly to those back so the point will be at that point particularly from the taking up like it and I'm thinking that's the moment that now what the right moment because that will be only at that point so straight away just to for getting taken off into like so now 7 is over the another terrain if you are at that point being shocked and let at that point shocked by his own power like it's not that I'm doing him so then really now that I'm doing and at that point I'm looking at from a distance so would have followed up for like you could have like in order that my my love that your such so it's like what's an artist that I'm just right now right yes, and like the new information right now, especially for like we need to like stay put further to that take out that in the full just like about like with Narita and but the amount of eventually that and being able to like keep up against like in the of like flying goals and then with that actually finally getting in the line that Liam bring out this great and also that would be about to like take out India that really love quick and jump road the ring to be when that incident and it really told you that the film was showing that at that point that it was making the so different that them as well even like the adaptability to the that and the struggling to chase away that the much like another tool against left when the army of left line also like the tsunami about again was and the other thing that things in this spiraling into scenario where like one of like the flying door but the flying door number essentially ending up chasing after like for a minute and I'm looking like for even not being able to that injury getting injured like within our current situation and the game is like injury situations injury and with scenarios or like uh the dog flying dog about to like take out or event that that's right after the thing like none of that even go to burn the entire like to some sort of different by then to be present there like them more be so be busy with that too many flying dogs like surrounding them and then having to that take them more that them not being able to them fit and thinking they should have to make it towards that not made to like say document even though okay, would be right in front of them like with now that at the world so like that critical thing have to have like okay my protein that absolute data they can take off and that very last second was when I'm just running for like figure out most likely I'm right on pressing for the maybe at that point that like should have would be protecting showing up and protecting working like the scenario variables like should have probably cover working in front of working while left and arming that arming of that flying ball would be straight away charging towards like should have and I think like looking at that and at that point of time when I'm looking at like an extremely intense like 20 power so that makes like pick it up which under different like instantly taking out like the majority of like those flying balls with just a single thing power of personality challenge. So like that in the situation like the thing in like should regain that principle that that something another person. And at that point I'm looking like to go and like then that being absolutely shocked by the exceptional power of that principle of the scenario that I was and I'm delivering like the uh remaining two thoughts at that point I'm delivering that complete straight away replacing kind of situation was like in the scenario that I was on the right. And still in my preference that like the actual deal of the might be that so many calls might be naturally against that bound calls and bound calls might be naturally weak to think these calls might be like that we are like about to declare another yeah.